I don't know about you, but what I'm seeing over and over in the last few days is corporations starting to look at this work from home paradigm going, hey, this kind of makes a lot of sense. For example, Morgan Stanley CEO James Gorman says he is uncertain about what work life will look like after the pandemic, but he says the bank would need, quote, much less real estate, unquote, in the future. What do you think that says? I think I know what that says. And then Nationwide announced yesterday that they are going into a permanent transition into a hybrid work model. Facebook today announced that is going to allow workers to work from home for the remainder of the year. We barely started May. So the remainder of the year sounds a heck of a lot like a big experiment on how can we make that permanent, so we need less real estate. That's how it sounds for me. So that's great news for Zoom and the likes of Zoom, right? And so the questions I'm getting is, okay, well, what about all the security threats and risks and all of that? Well, I can tell you this much, and I have a rather unique perspective about all of this because I've been in corporate America as a business development in mergers and acquisitions. I've been in high-tech company. I am an IT expert. I'm not a cybersecurity hacker, but I'm an expert enough to know that and to see the telltale that what they're doing is very, very diligently working to fix whatever they need to fix. And I can tell you that people are starting to notice. And meanwhile, people are starting to retract. We hear much less these days about the big security threat of Zoom. And as of yesterday, New York City Department of Education lifted its ban on Zoom after approving the new safety features. As of today, Zoom has a deal with the New York State Attorney General, Letitia James's office, closing the state inquiry into its security practices without admission of wrongdoing from the company. Zoom is here to stay. What's that mean to you, the employee? What does it really mean? Number one, a heck of a lot of more online meetings such as Zoom and the likes of Zoom. Number two, you must be able to be productive from home. So what does it mean being productive when you look at Zoom? Let's talk about these online meetings. If you're just an attendee and you're participating, you're fine. You come, you do your thing, everything's fine. If you are the one hosting the meeting, you need to run the show, then there are three things that you must be on board with. Number one, you need to understand the features, the bells and whistles. You need to know how to operate that Zoom thingy. You need to know how to make it work to your advantage, which features you're going to use and how you are going to use them. It's like driving a car. If you want to drive a car proficiently, you need to know the features of the car, you need to know which one's appropriate to which situation, and you need to know how to use them. The second thing is you need to deliver clarity in your meeting, and you need to keep people engaged in your meeting. When you deliver clarity in your meeting and you keep your people engaged, that becomes an effective meeting. There is one thing that becomes now an essential work skill, and that is being able to be engaging and deliver a clear message. In other words, to hold an effective Zoom meeting. Now, if you want to learn more about how to run effective Zoom meetings, then please join me tomorrow. That's May 8th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. I'm running a masterclass about how to run Zoom meetings effectively. I will teach you, show you the things that you need to be good at. I'll teach you what you need to think about before you start the meeting and during the meeting, and in fact after the meeting as well. And I'll show you where to find the resources to become good at running Zoom meeting. I know it's a small thing, but it's a big thing, because at the end of the day, there are a bunch of things that are essential to your job as a manager, as a leader in your company, and you know them, and now there's just another one that you need to master. I'm here to help you. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, and please put them below. I promise to read. Again, this is Yoram. I am the owner and founder of Decisive Action Workshops in San Diego, California, here to help you this time with Zoom.